Russia claims it is not bombing civilians, but in Mariupol this is a darkly familiar scene. The thuds spell danger. People run for shelter. A grown woman is comforted by her father. "Daddy, I can't bear it anymore," she weeps. "We have no information at all. We know nothing. It's like we're living in a deep forest." It's not clear when this footage of Mariupol was filmed, but it shows the impact of a brutal military onslaught. Maria managed to escape 2 weeks ago with her 16-year-old brother. Despite begging, they couldn't convince their parents to leave.
I've heard from them just once since the 3rd of March, and actually I don't know if they're alive, if they're okay. There is a catastrophe there. They don't have water, light, they are constantly bombing.
Local officials say more than 2,500 people have died here in less than 3 weeks of war, including, we now know, this woman and her unborn child, pictured after a Russian attack on a maternity hospital that has been condemned as a war crime. The surgeon says they carried out a caesarean section while treating the mother for shock. Neither could be saved. In a hospital 500 miles away in the capital, Kyiv, President Zelensky visited injured soldiers yesterday. Handing out medals, he saluted their strength. His own shines through in his visibility, and this morning he was out on his streets.
Ukrainian armed forces are standing strong with courage and creativity. We're inflicting such losses to the enemy that he doesn't know where to find reserves, where to find help, the help for themselves, for the occupier. It's pathetic, but we have no right to relax.
Yet Moscow maintains the so-called special operation is under control, releasing these pictures of troops said to be moving towards Kyiv. Putin's spokesman denied reports they have asked China for military assistance and said the plan will be completed on time and in full. From yesterday's attack on a military base in Yavoriv, which killed 35 just 11 miles from the Polish border, to strikes in Kyiv itself this morning, what is certain is that Russia is expanding its offensive at increasingly deadly cost.
Tessa's here. Is there a sense then, Tessa, that Russian invaders are really preparing for a push on Kyiv now?
We know there are troops to the north and to the east of the capital, and there's no doubt they're edging closer to the heart of the city. 2 people we know were killed by the artillery shells in the residential area. You saw at the end of my report there. Elsewhere today, a missile was shot out of the sky by Ukrainian fire, and then it landed on a car, killed someone else. So it is getting closer to the heart of Kyiv. The mayor, Vladimir Klitschko, said Russia's goal is to bring panic to the city, but we are going to fight. They are no doubt in Kyiv, though, going to be watching on at what's happening elsewhere in the country, at Mariupol, that you saw in my report there too, where the Red Cross has said people are living in a nightmare. No sign of humanitarian corridors there at the moment, but we understand 160 cars managed to leave this afternoon, so they must have been dicing with danger, desperate to get out.
And meantime, Tessa, you've got these peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, which are happening, the 4th round of talks. What hope that something will come from that?
You're right, the 4th round today, this time via video link rather than in person on the Belarus border. I'm afraid they've broken down for today. We haven't heard of any breakthrough, so we have to fear that the end is hopeless, I'm afraid.
All right, Tessa, thank you.